Let's break down the basics of tariffs and the ongoing trade war. A tariff is a tax on goods imported from another country, making them more expensive. The goal? To encourage buying domestic products and protect local industries. The US and China, the world's two largest economies, have been locked in a trade war for years. The US accuses China of unfair trade practices and a massive trade imbalance. Intellectual property theft is another major concern for the US. In response, the US imposed tariffs on Chinese goods, electronics, furniture, clothing, and more. China retaliated with tariffs on key American exports like soybeans and pork. This tit-for-tat escalation has made trade between the two countries more expensive and complicated. The conflict has expanded, affecting thousands of products and raising global concerns. Businesses worldwide are anxious about the fallout. The trade war isn't just about taxes, it's about economic power and global influence. Each new tariff increases tension and uncertainty. The stakes are high, with ripple effects across the global economy. As the world watches, the outcome of this economic standoff could impact everyone. The trade war is more than a dispute. It's a battle shaping the future of international commerce. Understanding these basics is key to grasping what's at stake. The US-China trade dispute didn't start overnight. It escalated under the Trump administration, which imposed tariffs on billions in Chinese goods. The aim was to pressure China to change its trade practices and level the playing field. China hit back, targeting US agricultural exports, especially from politically sensitive states. This tit-for-tat quickly spiraled, with each side expanding their lists of taxed goods. Tariff rates soared, sometimes exceeding 30%, squeezing companies reliant on Chinese suppliers. The conflict soon included technology restrictions and other complex issues. Uncertainty grew, making it hard for businesses to plan or invest. Both economies suffered, and global markets grew nervous. The dispute strained US-China relations, with no easy solution in sight. Other countries, dependent on stable trade, watched with concern. The world feared a full-blown economic confrontation between the two superpowers. The trade war's escalation created global instability. Businesses faced unpredictable costs and shifting rules. The stakes extended far beyond the US and China. The world waited anxiously for signs of resolution. The history of this conflict is a warning of how quickly trade tensions can spiral. Just as tensions peaked, a breakthrough came, a 90-day delay on new tariffs. President Trump announced the pause to allow more time for negotiations. This trade truce acted as a temporary ceasefire. Both sides agreed not to introduce new tariffs during this period, though existing ones stayed. The delay offered a crucial window for high-level talks. Negotiators focused on tough issues: trade deficits, technology, and intellectual property. The truce gave both countries breathing room to seek common ground. It was a hopeful sign, but only a temporary fix. If no deal is reached in 90 days, tariffs could return, possibly harsher than before. The pressure is on negotiators to find real solutions. The world is watching, hoping for progress. The truce is a pause, not a resolution. The next steps will determine if the trade war ends or escalates. The clock is ticking on this fragile peace. For American businesses, the 90-day truce brings short-term relief. Companies relying on Chinese imports get a break from rising costs. This pause lets them reassess strategies and consider new suppliers. Some may diversify supply chains or stock up before tariffs return. But 90 days isn't long enough for major changes. Uncertainty still clouds investment and hiring decisions. Businesses crave predictability, not temporary fixes. The truce is a brief window to plan, not a long-term solution. Companies are watching negotiations closely, hoping for stability. A lasting deal would restore confidence and growth. For now, caution rules the day. American farmers have been hit hard by China's retaliatory tariffs. Soybean exports to China plummeted, slashing farm incomes. The truce offers hope, but lost markets are tough to regain. Farmers need a lasting deal to secure their livelihoods. Tariffs also affect everyday Americans. Higher import costs mean higher prices at the store. The 90-day delay prevents immediate price hikes, but uncertainty remains. If talks fail, expect costs on goods like electronics and clothing to rise. The outcome of negotiations will impact your wallet. A stable agreement could ease prices. Renewed conflict would make life more expensive. The stakes are personal for families and farmers alike. The US-China trade war sends shockwaves worldwide. Other countries feel the impact. Some lose business, others gain as supply chains shift. Allies worry about global instability and unpredictable trade rules. Some nations benefit as companies seek alternatives to China. The truce is seen as a positive step, but uncertainty lingers. World leaders hope for a peaceful resolution. The global economy depends on stability between these two giants. The world is watching, hoping for restored confidence in trade. As of October 8, 2025, the future of US-China trade is uncertain. The 90-day truce is a chance for real progress or renewed conflict. Negotiators are racing to reach a comprehensive deal on key issues. Success would mean stability, better market access, and clear rules. Failure could trigger harsher tariffs and global economic shockwaves. The outcome will affect prices, jobs, and business competitiveness. The stakes are enormous for both countries and the world. The next few months are critical. The world waits, hoping for cooperation over confrontation. The direction chosen now will shape global trade for years. Everyone is holding their breath for what comes next.